Yo, it's your homeboy Kiiro in the building. Welcome to chapter 4 of Toriko Gist. Now, I haven't made a Toriko Gist episode in ages, but it's a combination of things. I have been busy, but even if I wasn't busy, I really wouldn't have made any episodes. And that is because for most series, it's really hard for me to squeeze out these gist episodes. I can do chapter reviews, but I don't like doing chapter reviews where all I do is talk about what happened in the chapter. I like to talk about the future. You know what I'm saying? I really like doing that, but I can't do that for most series because maybe the style in which I caught up to the series, I skimmed through a bunch of stuff, and uh, I don't want to make ignorant comments. So I'm talking about something which has been addressed maybe 100 chapters back in this one panel or something like that. I'm not that kind of dude. So I'd rather just not do anything, and I wait for a really good chapter to come out, then I'd review it. Because good chapters, it's all about the hype, anyways. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like the Bambina chapters, nothing's crazy. I mean, nothing intellectual really happened in terms of the future of Toriko and stuff like that. Unless you want to talk about the kings and all that. But apart from that, well, those are pretty basic chapters, but there was so much hype in them. In my opinion, this has been the best year of Toriko. Now, granted, I didn't catch up to Toriko until this year, but catching up to Toriko, I haven't really come across any arcs that have really done to me what Heracles and Babine have done to me. I'm saying these two dudes, they are the MVPs of this year. Toriko's had some really amazing, the best moments of any manga have come from Toriko 2014. Shout outs to Heracles, shout outs to Bambina, they really killed it. We had the whole Tepe thing in the middle with Komatsu, but that was, just pretty much one chapter. The other chapter with Tepe in it was kind of shit in my opinion. It wasn't shit, that's an exaggeration, but it wasn't anything compared to, Bambina tossing mountains and, Heracles fucking sniffing Toriko to bits, But now I'm going to talk about Toriko 2014 versus 2015. If Mitsutoshi sticks to his trend, that means that after the Mambina arc, we're gonna go to the next heavenly, beast or whatever. The next one of these top dog shit. In between we will have, sort of something outside of the outside of the eight kings. So kind of like with Tepe, in between Heracles and Bambina, we had the whole Tepe segment. So we will have another sort of bridge between the Bambina arc and the next, big monster thingamajigam. Uh, that's the optimistic thing, and that is looking at the whole trend of these beasts and all that kind of stuff. However, there is another path that Mr. Toshi can go with this, and that is that Heracles was just about Toriko them getting the air power up, and then Bambina was just for them to get this Embu power up. And after that, we're gonna go back to the main Toriko stuff where they fight the Bishokukai and shit like that, and the Blue Nitro and all that kind of stuff. So that is the second way I can see Mitsutoshi taking this 2015. But yeah, for the most part, I really don't see 2015 touching 2014. I think there's gonna be a lot of setup, and we won't, we might have fights, but I mean, look at the fight between Toriko and Tepe, right? That chapter, it was cool and all, but I mean, it ain't Bambina tossing mountains. You know what I'm saying? And they turn into skipping stones. Come on. I mean, it isn't touching that. So I'm not sure where Mototoshi is taking this, but the way it's been is, they get power ups as they're facing these eight kings, and I think we might continue on that path. We might get a sort of a bridge in between Bambina, the next eight king. We might get something in between, to fill that gap rather than just dumping straight into it. Um, but yeah, I really think he's gonna stick to that path. Otherwise, like I said, he might be like, okay, they have enough power ups for now. I'll bring in the other eight kings later on down the line, and I'm fine with that too. Both scenarios work for me, and I can see both scenarios happening. But I am really concerned about the power ups. Like we saw what Toriko did to Tepe and all those dudes that came at Tepe. He vaporized them, and Tepe had to flee. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that. That was just from the air power up. And here's another thing that pisses me off is that they just came from a time skip, you know what I'm saying? So um we expect him to be strong. So they don't need these power ups. He could just, say that these power ups came from the time skip. But on one hand, I can understand the air thing, even though I think air is like OP. I can still understand it because it's a power up that they would have needed to, you know. I mean, I get that both air and ember are power ups that they need to learn as teams rather than whatever they were doing during the time skip. But still, like, it's kind of annoying. They're already strong from the time skip, and nobody expects them to beat any eight king, just from the time skip. So them losing to Heracles and Bambina doesn't justify them getting power ups. Uh, but whatever, it's Mr. Toshi's manga, and uh, I'll just have to wait and see where these power ups are gonna take the Toriko manga. But right now, I'm not digging it. I think they're getting too OP. Like, you breathe and your major wounds are healed. Come on, like, I don't know. It's really, the thing is, you're gonna remove the sense of danger, and it's gonna become a bunch of Supermen fighting giant animals, and that isn't as cool. We need the sense of danger there. Uh, but whatever. We'll see. I'll see where things go. But for now, I really can't imagine anything beating Heracles and Bambina next year. I really can't see that happening unless they move on to the next eighth king. But even then, I really don't see any of them topping what Bambina did. Like, that's just me, except for the Battle Wolf. But even then, the Battle Wolf is just gonna be a speed feat, and I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, we'll see where things go. This has been my Toriko 2014 versus 2015 video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for chilling all the way to the end. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, thank you guys for watching.